Right, every day I go on the trampoline Fizz for 10 to 20 minutes. And this is really good for your lymphatic system. Gets the blood pumping around your body as well, because your lymph system and your blood are different like liquids that move around your body. And your lymph is just underneath the surface of your skin, and it's really important for your immunity. And then also, jumping up and down on here also stimulates your digestive system. It gets everything moving basically, guys. Rather than being like a little sluggish sloth, it turns you into like a really flowing, I can't think of an animal, but I like a little jumpy, energetic bunny. So I'm talking in a weird way because Karma and Kara are watching me and listening, and Mummy always does this when you're eating your breakfast, don't I? It's really entertaining for them.
And I always do trampolining, and one time I did 53 minutes.
Yeah.
That was crazy on the trampoline.
One of you Fizz fans said, why do you always listen to that music? Well, one, because we like it, but two, we've actually been trying to listen to classical music a lot lately. Well, we listened to classical music for years. Like Senna used to even listen to it when she was a little toddler, when she was playing. It's really good for children's development, but I really, really like it. I find it relaxing. But also, some of the classical music is very good for, like, regulating the nervous system, reducing stress, things like that. So it's kind of therapeutic while we listen to it. But we do enjoy it as well. That feels so good. If you feel stressed out, but you don't have time for a workout, you just feel really frustrated, you just need to do something and you don't know what to do, jump on here. If you feel really unmotivated, you can't be bothered to do anything, jump on here and it'll make you feel good as well. If you feel really angry, go on here. If you're like, someone said something to you and they've really wound you up and you just want to, like, I don't know, have an argument or something, but you need to control yourself and you don't want to, like, cause a negative situation, you could go on here and that can help clear your mind and calm you down, and then like afterwards you'll just feel a lot better. But the situation, if you haven't got time to go to the gym or work out or go out for a run, something, just go in here for a couple of minutes. This is just as effective as some of the research that I've read. I'm not quoting it exactly, but like 10 minutes of bouncing up and down on the trampoline is as beneficial as 10 minutes of jogging, but in fact I'd say it's even more beneficial because it's less impact on your joints. You try bouncing up and down, but the trampoline is sort of taking it. So yeah. See, that spooning is making me feel so good, guys. Also, an excuse for me is that I'm talking about fitness and health and nutrition. I'm pretty obsessed about it. But the thing with this fan is, it's good to be obsessed about things. Well, you know what I mean. The right things. Like, what I'm saying is, girls, you know what I say about this. Be passionate about something. Find something that makes you feel really good and just like, get obsessed about it. Are you going to the gym today, Leah?
No, I went to the gym yesterday. Today is my hike day.
Your hike day? So on the trampoline, I did these little twisting movements as well. This is good for sort of like twisting the organs, squeezing them a bit, stimulating them. If I'm really bloated, I'll do this. Sort of twisting your torso around. I don't follow an exercise plan here, I just go by intuition. I mean, just jumping up and down is really good, but you can do like the scissor leg movement. That's good.
Remember you used to do the scissors?
Out and in, out and in. forwards and backwards. This one is really hard, but front is really hard. Really get to my legs, and then side to side. Then you can also do 2 legs out like that, 2 legs in, and you can
Do
also
side jumps.
yeah, there's loads you can do.
Side jumps are where your arms go out, and then your feet go out, and then you bounce all in like a straight.
The grand reveal of Fizz fam. So yesterday I made a 2-ingredient chocolate cake, and it did need to be left in the fridge overnight. I did put it in the freezer to begin with, but it needed a long time. So in the end I just put it in the fridge because most of the recipes said fridge overnight, but I thought I could do a hack and put it in the freezer for a couple of hours and it would freeze, but it didn't. So I'm really excited for this. So it has set in the fridge overnight, and look at it.
Wow.
It looks all thick and fudgy and so delicious. So I'm now going to take the sides off. Hopefully I got the right consistency, the right amount of ingredients, and then we can finally try the viral 2-ingredient chocolate cake. I'm so excited for this. Right, ready? Ooh, look at that. Oh my goodness. Right, okay, I think I'm gonna have to dust this cake because I've seen some other people do it. It's good. It is actually quite fudgy and thick.
It looks like tiramisu texture.
It's like a chocolate mousse meal. It's so good. I actually feel like this could be in the freezer, and you can take it out and let it chill.
Can we try some?
So guys, I've dusted it with some cocoa powder, and of course I had to put it on its throne. Now, time to actually try it. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's super thick and fudgy. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow, that is so chocolatey and satisfying. And it tastes sweet, but not overly sweet. I can kind of tell that there's some sweetness from apples in it, but it doesn't really taste of apples. Wow, it just tastes so chocolatey. If you dust it with cocoa, please warn people not to breathe it in. We're also filming some of these clips for real, so I'm trying to get... Guys, you've got to make this. You've got to make this if you survive the cocoa powder. Do you want to try some, Sienna? Yeah. Thank you, and then I might get some really bad fudgy. Is that nice?
I'm so excited. Yeah, I've tried a little bit and it tastes amazing.
I think it needs to either go in the freezer for longer, or we need to put less liquid in.
Yeah, I feel like
more chocolate or less apples.
in the photos you showed me, it was like more like hard and fudgy, whereas this is more like an apple chocolate mousse.
It's more like a
really
mousse,
good,
yeah. Look, guys, look. The texture's still thick, but it's like a mousse cake.
It tastes
Yeah,
like
I mean, it is really good.
it tastes like a really chocolatey apple puree.
No, but I think it definitely needs to have less apple in it, and then. But we saw some recipes where they add tahini, and I reckon that thickens it up. I reckon tahini really thickens it up.
I mean, for like a mousse, it is really thick, but like it's not like actually came out as like a proper cake.
No. That's the first time making it, and I'm going to experiment more. And we did kind of change the recipe a little bit, didn't we?
Yeah.
Hey Fizz fam, me, Karma and Darren, we're going out for a little trip. This is going to be our weekly collect the magic water, isn't it, Karma trip? And Darren's also going to be cleaning the bird poo off the car. We've got a lovely car, Fizz fam, but it's always covered in bird poo, isn't it, Karma? Also the pigeons like to take a dump on it. So we need to put the car cover on top of it, because we just discovered a box where our car is parked. Because we're renting our place, and then inside there's all these like plastic car covers, and now I know, because I always wondered how on earth did the owners park their car and like keep it clean, because like literally Darren cleans the car nearly like every day, not here at the garage but like at home, and then like later in the day it's covered in poo again. like really bad this time. Anyway, so this is going to be quite satisfying actually. I'm going to turn it around. Oh, I love watching it when the cars get clean. Don't you? Oh.
It just looks satisfying when all the water drizzles down.
Yeah. Oh. Darren has to do this like several times a week because the car is getting really covered in pee by the pigeons, isn't it?
It's funny because this one actually works more better than our pressure wash.
Yeah, I think
And
this one is a
not a
powerful.
pressure wash.
I think it might be. It's a powerful one. But it's got loads of soap in it as well, whereas we're just using water at home. I think the soap or the sudsiness helps, if that's
Yeah.
the word. The sudsiness? The suds? Soap suds. Oh, that sounds weird, doesn't it? Can you say it? Soap suds.
Soap suds.
Yeah, soapy soap suds.
Soapy soap suds.
How are you feeling now you've cleaned all the poop off the car?
Really good.
Yeah.
I love cleaning
I was
the
telling
car.
the Fizz fan about how you literally have to do it nearly every day. Not come here, but like at home. So we've got a pressure washer. But then after like half a day.
We would need to do it every day, but I don't do it every day, no.
But you've been doing it
So-
like every other day, haven't you, or something like that? I mean, you seem to be at the pressure washer.
Every 3 or 4 days.
All right.
Yeah. It's just like, it's really satisfying, but at the same time feels like such a waste of time because it just gets covered in poo so quickly, so.
Kind of feels like futile.
It does, but like you could say that about cleaning the house or making your bed or anything though, couldn't you?
Yeah, I
Like,
sometimes
oh,
feel like that
you know.
about life. There's this cycle. Sometimes you're just like, what's the point? Because you have to do it all the time. But I guess that's just
No,
what
it's
life.
nice. It's
How
nice.
can the
It
street
is nice. It just, I don't know, your head just feels clearer. You just feel better when
Yeah,
things are nice and
yeah.
tidy and organised. So you can, you know, have a better use of your thoughts and stuff, can't you? So
Yeah.
here we go, towards the mountain.
Yeah, look, this is where we're now heading, Fizz fam. At the mountain. So that is where our water is born that we're having. The water that we drink at home,
Yeah,
which is free
exactly.
and no chemicals added,
Primary,
no plastic in it.
Primary water.
Yeah.
Which is born within the earth.
Yeah. No plastic in it.
Never runs out.
No
It's
chemicals, no fluoride, no chlorine.
Yeah.
They even add another, I think in the US, I don't know about the UK, they add chlorine, but they also add another one. Do you know what it's called? Is it like ammonia or something? I can't remember. I heard it on a podcast. They even add some other chemicals into it.
I mean,
clean it.
water really varies by region though. Even in the UK, like you can, not all water's fluoridated, is it?
No.
Well, the last time we looked, it wasn't anyway. Do you
No.
remember like whenever we'd move, we'd be like, oh, I wonder if there's fluoride
Some
in the
areas
water.
are and some aren't. Can you remember what Brighton was? I don't think that was.
I feel like
it?
it was not fluoridated in
Yeah.
Brighton. I don't know, I can't remember
It's a bit funny as
specifically.
well because Brighton is quite like regarded as a more open-minded, spiritual part of the UK, isn't it? I
Yeah,
wonder
yeah.
if like the Glastonbury area is fluoridated or not.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
basically nature's got it right. It doesn't need to
Yeah.
be meddled with. It's already got it right. A bit far out and woo-woo and like probably a lot of you won't believe this, but from what we've learned and definitely from our experience, another thing which makes it not like all unicorns and rainbows is trapped emotions seemingly like it basically like it, we'll call it emotional baggage, like trauma from your past, things that you've been through like as a child, etc., seemingly are sort of stored in our energetic field, like in our organs or in our aura or in the water in our body, whatever it is. And when you start getting healthier, a lot of things like that then seem to actually come out. So it's not just you're detoxing like toxins, as in like, you know, your liver's cleansing itself from drinking loads of alcohol. It seems like you actually detox emotions as well.
Yeah.
So the whole thing is a process, and you just have to trust that time is a healer, which it really is. If you look back on any moment in your life, like maybe losing a loved one, etc.,
Yeah.
it's only time which helps that. That's the only thing. And like, you know, obviously you have to go through all the grieving, etc., and it's almost like when you try to craft a new life for yourself, you do sort of grieve a little bit because you're bringing out all these negative emotions which are like stored within you, but then also, you know, the
shed,
fear of the
don't you?
unknown, you're moving into somewhere new, but
It's uncomfortable.
just keep focused on where you're going.
Yeah.
Trust the process, enjoy the process. Don't feel like you're trying to wish your life away either, because even like there's things of us, say like when it's really hard with little children, especially if we had two close together, I couldn't imagine what it's like for like if people have triplets or something
Yeah,
like
I
that.
know,
Like,
yeah.
wow, it must be so hard. But you just have to be grateful for that experience. Don't try to wish it away, because you'll always then look back and be like, oh, why did I try to wish that time away? Like,
Yeah.
just be mindful and grateful of every stage of life.
Well, we were just talking about winter and spring, and sometimes the dark, sort of hard period, you don't realise this, but just around the corner, spring is going to appear. So like
Yeah.
in the winter, all the roots and shoots are just underneath the soil, and you can't see that. You don't really know that reward is there of all the hard work that you're doing. Like when you want to change your, like anything good in life, you have to work hard for it. Like you've
Absolutely, yeah.
got to do something to get something in life.
Yeah.
And when it's like something really amazing, I don't know whether you want like £1 million or you want an amazing large family, if you want those things, or you want to have loads of friends, or you want whatever it is, whatever you want, you have to put, it's not easy to get it, you have to put effort in. And I
If you
think
won the
that
lottery,
people,
it would just be rubbish. That's why like people just lose the money as well, isn't
Yeah.
it? Like they blow all the money because they haven't been through the process of actually building up to that. So it kind of doesn't make sense. Like you don't want to just suddenly have perfect health and suddenly have a perfect like outlook on life.
That's not the point
it's
of life.
about the journey, isn't it?
So I feel like if you're trying to make some changes now and it feels like a bit unsatisfying, you're not noticing any results, you feel lonely, you're kind of questioning, is it even worth this? Stick at it, trust me, because your future self will thank you for it, and you'll look back and you'll be so proud. Just remember, the people that you see who are living what you think is living an amazing life, or they're doing really well for themselves or whatever, they are putting a lot of work in. It's not easy, but then you might question, well, what's the point in if it is so hard? But the other flip side is being stuck and living a life that you're not happy about. Like, I don't know whether it could be because you're experiencing some unhealthy symptoms that are making you feel down. Like you just wish you had some more money so you can enjoy some more like varied life experiences, whatever it is, or you wish you had another job. Like the feeling you have now isn't really nice either, so you might as well go through some hard things, and then you get like the reward. Like the winter period is hard and gloomy and seemingly like you can't see all the things that are bubbling underneath the surface, but then spring will come, like you will bloom, and all of a sudden it will seem worth it, and all those like icy, this is metaphorical, but all like them icy chilly dark days, the long nights, everything will suddenly just like spring will be here like, before you know it.
Like sitting on a sofa and just eating crisps, like that actually produces some difficulties in your life, like, you know, health difficulties further down the line, or like putting running shoes on and making yourself go for a run will feel difficult. So it's like you just choose your difficult. You choose like whether you want it to be something which is building you up in the long run or breaking you down in the long run. It's like, do you invest in your health now by actually what you remove? It's not things that you add, is it? Like going for a run is free. Stopping drinking fizzy drinks is free. Actually what you remove, it's not things that you add, is it? Like going for a run is free. Stopping drinking fizzy drinks is free. Away pizza, or you compare it to preparing a salad at home. I'm sure they end up being the same price, but one is that you are investing in your health to feel better, and the other is that you're like taking away from your health in the future, and then you'll have to pay for it in the future, whether you pay for it with like being bedridden or having certain ailments, or you have to financially pay for it, you know, to have certain things to try to remedy situations. So it's much better to try to always align with like what's going to be the best for the future version of me.
Well, if you think about it, if it's going like, say if they're eating healthy versus eating unhealthy food, say if junk food or ultra processed foods, they are like weirdly sometimes cheaper than organic fresh produce, which is just so wrong. Like the world is just, it needs to change. Anyway, if that is the case,
Well, that's
if
a
you
good
thinking
indicator
it
of what
cost,
the ingredients
but
are.
if you
and,
actually
like,
worked it out for the amount of time you're going to live, if the junk food is cheaper, but if you live for a short amount of time, the cost per day could actually be more, because if you live a longer life,
yeah.
then like it could be
But
work out
also,
cheaper.
this is the difference between lifespan and health span. There's a lot of talk about this in like longevity. People who are into longevity. There's a lot of talk about that.
What's the man doing? He was put his arm up in the air and like.
He's
like,
saying I can overtake, I think,
is
because
he?
he's going to be able to live during that time.
That's
so,
equality.
So also, like, forgetting about whether like eating less pizza makes you live longer, like as in stopping pizza for able to live during that time.
That's equality.
So also, like, forgetting about whether like eating less pizza makes you live longer, like as in stopping pizza for you've lost your mind and your ability to use your body, and you know you can't like do any of the things you used to be able to do.
Yeah.
You can't go for a walk outside. You've lost your mind and your ability to use your body, and you know you can't like do any of the things you used to be able to do.
Yeah.
You can't go for a walk outside, or you know, apply it to your own situation, like whatever it is like you can do as a like the healthier version of you. Like you want to be able to do that in later years.
Well, some
of life
people
as
don't want to
well,
be a burden on their family.
Yeah.
Like when I'm an older woman, I want to be able to be like really independent. I cannot stand the thought of having to have other people care for me, because I feel like that would just make me so unhappy. So my aim is when I'm older, when I'm like 100, I want to be able to just live on my own with Darren, of course. And I want to be able to put my own shoes on, get ready, go to the gym, do my own shopping. I want to be independent.
Yeah.
That's important to me. And I think other cultures where this is actually a thing, they you know, what are they called? The longevity zone. What are they called?
Oh, the blue zones.
The blue zones. There's blue zones of where there's
Yeah.
different like
The
groups of
Okinawas.
people where they are like 100 and they're 90 and they're really independent.
What's really
and they're healthy,
interesting,
and they're
though-
not. If you don't know about that, it is honestly
Yeah.
happening right now without people even like having the technology which is now coming out. So think about what's going to be even more possible in the future
Yeah.
with all the new technology and all of the new information on health and biohacking that is now becoming readily available.
Yeah, the blue zones were like these different areas. I think there were 7 areas in the world, wasn't it? One was Okinawa, like this island off the coast of Japan.
Costa Rica?
One, yeah, was Nicoya in Costa Rica. Something like that.
Yeah, we live near it.
One was like this area where the a lot of Seventh Day Adventists live in California, and I think it was to do with their religion why they were implementing a lot of these things which were helping their longevity. But anyway, so they looked at these different areas in the world and like tried to find the common ground, like what's making these people. They were close to the equator as well, so like obviously they were getting good sunlight as well.
Yeah, and
that's definitely
getting outside more.
another thing. But yeah, so they looked at all the different like common ground, and it was that they were eating fresh food, predominantly, if not solely, plant-based, getting outside, sense of community and socializing as well. That could be one that, like, you know, in health circles, like, people might neglect. Like,
Yeah.
you know, oh yeah, cool, I'm going to Air One and I'm like buying all my luxury organic like products and drinking this like special water, etc. But if you're then just
Hiding indoors.
yeah, not actually contributing towards the world and being part of like a community and helping each other out, etc., then you'll be lacking in that area.
This is the
But
water now.
This
we're,
is,
we're
yeah.
now approaching, guys.
But they
We've gone
noticed
off
all
in a tangent.
these common grounds between areas, these blue zone areas, and it's really interesting. But then what's happened, and this is like one of the kind of studies
So busy here. There's
on
so many
parts
people.
of Asia in general as well, which is that they notice people who perhaps had really good lifespans and good health, once all of the like Western fast food chains get introduced there, like the KFCs and the Burger Kings and stuff, over like say like 10 years later, it's not an instant thing, but then gradually they start noticing this decline and it starts going down. So it's like, again,
Yeah.
really showing how lifestyle plays such a big role, and it's not just oh, my genes caused this. It's actually, you can play a role in it.
Right, guys, me and Darren need to get a podcast, don't we? We've got so much we want to share. Like, I hope you find these little these little talks helpful. We're now at the
6 minutes.
the spring. Oh,
And now vlogging them.
the goats up here. We came here once and there were goats and we've never seen them. I was just saying to the first time how me and you love talking,
Yeah.
but we also have loads of stuff we want to share.
We love talking if we can be helpful to people.
Yeah.
That's why. I think when you've made a lot of changes in your life, you're really desperate to share them with other people as well. Like, we want the best for everyone, so
Yeah.
that's why. But not everyone will listen.
No, yeah, but that's not what you're doing.
Well, no, but what I'm saying is, like, someone has to want to help themselves.
Can you
Like,
remember
that's
when?
why not everyone will listen.
Remember though, when we first started telling our family members, like when we first went vegan and started getting healthy, we were so like excited about it. We wanted to tell our family members, and they weren't quite ready to receive that information. But then after a while, they have made changes.
Yeah.
So you can plant seeds in people, and but Fizz found when me and Darren first met each other, we had a lot of emotional baggage in us. You know, when you were saying about trapped emotions and trauma and things like that. When we first met each other, for like the first couple of years, we used to have a lot of like.
Rinse it out.
I am doing that.
All right, good.
We used to have a lot of crying episodes and like arguments and things. So that we were purging.
Yeah.
We still loved each other and we were together. But I'm trying to. But we had a lot of stuff to work on, and I think in the first like 5 years, it was a little bit more up and all over the place.
Yeah.
But as our relationship has got on, it's actually got better, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Like, we didn't really have a honeymoon period.
No.
But like, just lately and over the last couple of years, it feels like we're having a honeymoon period.
Yeah.
So yeah, just in terms of everything being like all perfect and fairies and rainbows or unicorns and rainbows, when you work on stuff, like, you do go through uncomfortable sensations.
Yeah.
Although at the same time though, when we made those helpful changes, there were, most of the time, 80% of the time, we did honestly feel really high energy, very motivated and very enthusiastic about the changes we were making, but we still did have times where we had to purge those old emotions out.
Well, that's probably a good, like, message there as well, where, like, you can seemingly be, like, doing well physically, but not necessarily, like, emotionally.
Mum, are you definitely recording this one?
Yeah?
Thank you. I thought you were, but I just like, imagine for doing all this talking. Well, you're learning about it all, aren't you?
With the mattress from my old bedroom, I've made the best gymnastics setup ever. You ready? It's so fun.
Good news update on the cake. I left it in the freezer a bit longer, so I think the trick with how I've made it, with the consistency or the ratio of the apples and the chocolate, is I left it in the freezer for longer. Then it went really thick and fudgy, and then you can put it in the fridge for a little bit just before you're going to serve it, just so it's not icy and frozen, because the apples have a high water content. And there's nothing worse than when you make like a raw cake or something, and then it's like icy. You want it to be creamy and that. So look guys, it's soft and fudgy now. So if you make this and you find that it's moussey, just leave it in the freezer for longer. Right, this cake is so rich and indulgent. Only a little bit, because if not you're going to be up all night. I've probably told you loads of times, Fizz fam, the story about when I ate a dark chocolate Easter egg. I could not sleep when I was up till 4 AM in the morning. This was when you were a little baby, Sienna. I'll never forget that. It's like I'd had like, yeah, something which is like, yeah, never mind. I I was going to say,
Okay.
it's like I'd taken like something which a naughty thing, like, you know, like a class A or something, but it was like just a chocolate Easter egg. So sensitive I have it. I have a kombucha Fizz fam, and it's like I've had a glass of wine. Like,
Yeah, it's like in between how it was before and how it was when it just came out of the freezer. Yeah, it's like in between how it was before and how it was when it just came out of the freezer.
yeah, it's perfect. It's absolutely, look at that. Sorry, my hands are covered. Look, that doesn't look good.
Mum's
I want to
licking her
sample it for
hands.
the Fizz fam. This is now the perfect chocolate.
Someone been touching some mud or
Two-ingredient
something else?
sauce. I think this recipe is perfect if you're going to have a dinner party or you want to make a weekend treat and you want to quickly make something quickly, because all you need is a bag of apples and your favourite dark chocolate brand. Ready? It's like a chocolate cheesecake.
Oh, I haven't tried any yet. I'm so excited.
That's good. Really good. You're right. Oh no, it's happened to her as well. There's too much.
I think you went a bit crazy with the cacao duster
So
thing.
good.
It's so decadent.
Decadent.
Like the chocolate is so rich. You know when it's almost got that slightly like, almost like it's like alcoholic. You know when the chocolate's so strong.
Yeah.
I hope it's like one of those like eclairs with
Yeah.
It was so good.
Imagine some. Right. Imagine if you put a bit of peppermint essential oil in it, then you can make chocolate mint flavour, or you can put in chocolate orange essential oil. Do you want the rest? Because I don't want to have too much before bed. Yeah, I want the rest of that.
Mia's face.
Sarah, is that enough for you? Or do you
Yeah,
want more?
that's a good amount.
Colours go. Oh, Cara feels better now, don't you, Cara? You had a little nap today in the garden and now you've packed up. Kana. Woo, that's some good splits. Well done. Yeah, careful, guys. Woo! Woo! Cara! Yay! We've got to put this mattress up into our cupboard upstairs, Fizz fam, but they've just been playing with it today. This is Sienna's old mattress before we've done our room up. Hopefully the video might be going out on Tuesday, I'm not sure, but hopefully you'll be able to see the finished results.
Sienna's got a bigger mattress and then she can put up.
Okay.
Yeah, got a double mattress.
Yay! Double.
Oh, I've forgotten to do this split.
Did you know 2 single beds together though make a king size bed?
Yeah.
I know. So when you stay in a hotel, if you put the 2 singles together, you get a king size. Yay.